Welcome to Book Bites, your weekly dose of literary delight. We dive into Amazon's top-selling books, giving you the lowdown on what's hot and what's not. Join us as we uncover hidden gems, discuss captivating storylines, and analyze the minds of best-selling authors. Whether you're a seasoned reader or just starting your literary journey, there's something for everyone. So grab a cup of coffee, get cozy, and let's get reading.
You know that moment when a delicious-looking meal pops up on morning TV and you think, I wish I knew how to make that.
Oh, definitely. That happens all the time.
Well, today we're diving headfirst into that exact desire.
Okay, sounds good. What's our source?
Our source is a review of the freshly released cookbook, Today Loves Food, Recipes from America's Favorite Kitchen.
Ah, from the Today Show, folks. Published this year, 2024.
Straight from the editors, yeah, just out.
Got it. So think of this as your quick guide to understanding the heart of this cookbook.
Exactly. Our aim isn't just to list what recipes are inside. We want to uncover what makes this collection special.
Sort of its core appeal, right? And does it really capture that Today Show kitchen feel for you at home?
That's the goal. And for you, our listener, who wants to get smart on a topic without, endless reading.
This is your shortcut?
Precisely. We've pulled out the key insights from this review to give you a clear picture of what this cookbook brings to the table.
Okay, let's get into it. What's the overall verdict from the review?
Okay, so the review gives Today Loves Food a solid 4.5 out of 5 stars.
Wow, that's pretty high praise.
Yeah, right off the bat, the reviewer calls it a celebration of community, comfort, and the joy of sharing meals.
That really does sound like the vibe of the Today Show, doesn't it?
It does. And it's interesting how the review immediately links the book to that feeling of the TV program itself.
Yeah, it suggests you're not just buying recipes, but you're tapping into that connection you might already have with the hosts.
Familiar faces curating the food.
Yeah.
Creates a kind of instant trust.
It's smart positioning, I think. People want connection, maybe some nostalgia with their food these days.
Totally. And speaking of opening the cover, the review paints a nice picture of the book's design.
How so? What's it look like?
It's described as warm and inviting, visually, with vibrant and mouth-watering full-page photography. You can just imagine flipping through it.
Yeah. Good photos are key in a cookbook. Makes you want to make the dish.
But it's not just about looking good, apparently. Each recipe has a short little story attached.
Oh, like what?
Maybe Al Roker sharing a family memory about a dish, or a quick behind-the-scenes bit from the Today kitchen.
Ah, okay. That adds a layer you don't always get. Makes it feel more personal.
Right, like you're sharing a moment with someone you feel you know.
And the review also mentions the layout. Practical stuff.
Yeah, clean and easy to follow, which is, well, pretty crucial if you're actually using it in the kitchen.
Definitely. And helpful tips. Substitutions.
Yep, mentions those too.
Yeah.
Suggests a real focus on making these recipes work for the home cook.
Good. That user-friendly aspect is so important.
Right. Now let's get to the food itself. The variety.
Okay, what kind of recipes are we talking about?
Well, the review makes it clear there's a real range. Something for everyone, it sounds like.
Like?
Weeknight meals, for starters. The reviewer mentions sheet pan chicken dinners, easy pasta bakes.
The everyday stuff, that's useful.
And vegetarian options, too. They specifically call those out.
Good. That shows they're keeping up with how people eat now.
Then there are the brunch favorites. Things like fluffy pancakes, breakfast casseroles.
Ooh, nice. Weekend cooking.
Elevated avocado toast, even. And then, of course, comfort foods.
Always a popular category. What examples did they give?
This is where it gets really interesting. Savannah Guthrie's chicken pot pie.
Classic.
And Hoda Kapa's mom's Egyptian lentil soup. Described as heartfelt comfort.
You can almost taste the tradition there, that personal connection again.
Exactly. It taps into that emotional side of food, connects you to home.
So it's not just instructions, it's got feeling.
Seems so. And it's not all familiar American dishes either. It explores global flavors.
Oh, like what kind of thing?
Things like Korean-inspired BBQ, Middle Eastern dips, Latin American favorites.
Interesting. Are they super complicated, though?
Apparently not. The review notes that these dishes aren't overly complex, so accessible.
That's key. Lets people try new things without feeling intimidated. Broadens horizons easily.
And rounding it out, holiday and celebration dishes. So it covers the whole year, basically.
Thanksgiving to New Year's Eve kind of thing?
Looks like it. A companion for different occasions.
Okay, so lots of variety. But the crucial question, Can the average person actually make these?
Good question. The review is pretty positive here. Says they're generally approachable for beginner and intermediate cooks.
That's a big plus. Ingredients easy to find. Instructions clear.
That's what it says. Easy to find ingredients, clear instructions.
And the tone. Is it welcoming?
Yeah, a welcoming tone that encourages experimentation. Makes cooking feel less like a test.
Right, more enjoyable. So what makes it stand out? The key strengths.
The review points to a few things. First, those personal touches we mentioned.
The stories and reflections.
Yeah, it gives it that personal and authentic feel. A little glimpse behind the show.
That's definitely a unique selling point, especially for fans. Connects you to the personalities.
Another highlight is the balance.
Balance, how so?
Between healthy options like kale salads and more indulgent treats. Triple chocolate cake was the example.
Huh. Okay, reflects real life then, not just one extreme.
Pretty much. Acknowledges that we eat both ways, Makes it relatable.
Practical. I like that. What else?
And finally, tips from pros. Little sidebars with advice.
No, from who?
Celebrity chefs like Ina Garten, Bobby Flay.
Ah, big names. Is the advice useful or intimidating?
The reviewer specifically says it's not intimidating, which is great for less confident cooks.
Good. Adds value without being scary. Offers real techniques, maybe.
Seems like it. Helps you maybe improve your skills a bit.
Okay, so lots of positives. But any criticisms? A good review usually has some balance.
It does. A couple of critiques, as they could call them. One is that the recipes might be surface level for some people.
Really?
Meaning it's not really aiming for gourmet cooking or like highly technical stuff.
Okay, so its strength is accessibility, maybe not culinary innovation.
Exactly. Probably aligns with the show's broad audience.
Makes sense. What was the other critique?
A desire for more photos.
Ah, so not every recipe has a picture.
Apparently not. And while the photos it does have are praised vibrant and mouth-watering.
Some people really rely on seeing the finished dish. Visual learners.
Totally. I know I sometimes like that visual guide before I start.
Yeah, especially for less experienced cooks or trying something totally new, a picture helps.
So a minor drawback for some, potentially.
Seems like it. So
Yeah.
Putting it all together, what's the final word from the reviewer?
Overwhelmingly positive, really. They describe Today Loves Food as joyful, accessible, and heartwarming.
Sounds nice. Who's it best for?
Perfect for fans of the show, obviously,
Yeah.
and anyone looking for reliable, comforting meals.
Okay.
And they make that nice parallel saying it's like the Today Show itself.
How so?
Aims to brighten your day and make life a little easier and tastier.
That's a neat summary. So the takeaway is it really captures the show's spirit.
It seems to translate that warm, approachable vibe into recipes for everyday cooks. Accessibility, comfort, connection.
Gotcha. And the target audience specifically?
Well, fans, like we said. Home cooks seeking reliable comfort food.
Makes sense.
Families who enjoy cooking together. And people looking for a good gift.
Covers a pretty wide range then. What if you're not a fan of the show? It's still worthwhile.
I think so. The review suggests the focus on accessible, comforting food, and the user-friendly design holds appeal on its own.
So the core value, reliable, varied recipes, stands regardless of the TV connection.
Seems that way. The personal stories are maybe just an extra layer of charm for the fans.
Understood.
So, to wrap up our deep dive into this review of Today Loves Food, it sounds like, well, a solid cookbook.
Yeah, wide range of approachable recipes, those unique personal touches.
A good balance between healthy and indulgent, and it really tries to bring that morning show positivity into your kitchen.
And for you listening, we hope this has given you that comprehensive picture, the strengths, the minor points, without you needing to wade through the review yourself.
Saved you some time, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
So here's a final thought for you to chew on. How much does that familiarity with media personalities, like the ones on the Today Show, actually influence your choices, like with cookbooks?
Does knowing and liking the person behind the recipe change how you feel about cooking it?
Does that pre-existing connection enhance the enjoyment, the trust, the whole experience at home? It's something to think about.
That's all for this episode of Book Bites. We hope you enjoyed our review, and if you did, please like, share, and follow our podcast. And don't forget to leave a comment with your thoughts on the book. We love hearing from our listeners.